Taurus, happy birthday! Welcome to your May 2017 reading. How are my birthday people doing? Some of you already had your birthdays, obviously, but a lot of you haven't yet, or you're about to have them. This is a really cool month. It's a really exciting month. We've gotten out of Venus and Mercury retrograde. Thank goodness, because wow, did that take us on a wild ride in April. Am I right? You can be honest here. It was crazy. And May's a fun month because it's about, so everything that we all learned from those retrogrades in April, we're learning more in May. And we're going to continue, all of us, every single sign is going to continue expanding. And I was thinking about Taurus. I was thinking about you guys. I was thinking about what you kind of been, your process this year. And I think a lot of you have been kind of gearing up to make some big changes, some really, really big changes in your life. And you've been really thinking hard about what that looks like, what the details of that look like for you. And this month, your birthday month, this is going to be a time to really push your boundaries. I've been telling you to all the fixed signs, and all of the fixed signs are kind of being called this month to step out of their comfort zones and get right with what they really want to be doing. So it's kind of going to be another slightly uncomfortable month in a way, because it's going to be about pushing boundaries. It's going to be about pressing forward into the unknown, knowing that we won't have an answer right out of the gate. Knowing that we won't know if we'll do well or fail before we do this big thing that pushes our boundaries. And so that can be really hard, especially for fixed signs. I'm a Leo sun, and that's another fixed sign, and all the fixed signs, we want to maintain our energy where it is. So when we're asked to go way outside our boundaries, it's like, what is this? Don't make me do that. Don't make me do it. But the thing is, there's something on the other side of this. Death came up. There's something on the other side of this boundary pushing for you, Taurus, that is going to really surprise you as far as where your life can go and what you're capable of doing. So taking that leap of faith, wow. There you are, Taurus. Hi, happy birthday. Taking that leap of faith is going to get you here. Now, I'm not done pulling all the cards yet, but I will say this. You are scared of something. You are very scared of some kind of shift in your world. You're very scared that if you take this leap of faith, if you go to here, you're going to end up here. I think a lot of you are you're resisting. You're resisting. You're saying, I want to do this thing, but no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I can't see what's on the other side of this. I can't see what I'm going to be doing. Some of you might even stall a little bit at the beginning of the month and just want to rest and hide out and take some extra naps and just not really go there and just do your routine. I think some of you might really want to do that. You're going to want to stay. But do you really ever want to stay here? I mean, no, you don't. And your higher being, your higher self is calling you to something greater. It is calling you to make and create and be out there. You are made for that, Taurus. You are made for that. You are made to make this world more beautiful and more expressive and more heart-centered. A lot of times I feel like Taurus, you and I'm a Leo, you and I, we are the hearts of this world, and Pisces too, and Scorpio, but there's a feeling element to Taurus, and and that's why I think you guys are a little resistant to pushing, because you feel these things very deeply. You feel them. And you're afraid you're going to get stabbed in the back. You're afraid that people aren't going to get it. You're afraid that people aren't going to get you if you're really living your truth and if you're really speaking it out and if you're really putting yourself on the line. There is this fear here, you guys. But there is nothing to be afraid of, because on the other side of death is you in your most powerful, shining, beautiful self. Is you realizing that you weren't blind this whole time, that your higher self was speaking to you, that you have this work, this beautiful work to do, and that there's going to be an aha moment, I think around the middle of the month. You are going to be feeling like your higher self is literally talking to you, speaking to you, giving you messages, giving you guidance on this thing that you need to be putting into the world. There's something that you need to translate from up here to the world, into the physical manifestation of the world. That is your job, Taurus. You know, you are an earth sign. You are this beautiful, creative earth sign. You make, manifest in the world, in the physical world, these amazing non-physical experiences, these amazing non-physical transformations. That's a big task. That isn't a light thing to do in this world. And no wonder you have a little trepidation running into that. No wonder you're feeling a little like this. Because it would be nice to take a leap of faith, and it wouldn't actually be a leap of faith if you saw exactly what you were jumping into and you just knew it was going to be a nice dew-speckled paddock where you could just frolic, and you knew that was there. But you have to believe in yourself enough to know that if you take a leap of faith, and some of you, this could also be a romantic thing. When I have a whole bunch of swords like that, it means that there's something that needs to be communicated. There's something that needs to go from being in your mind and scaring you out into the world to be communicated. And there is something there. There's something that needs to make the transformation from non-physical to physical, to non-verbal to verbal. And so this month is very exciting. This is a month for you to free yourself from old patterns. And I've been saying this for everybody because Pluto is in retrograde. Pluto is a heavy planet, is a heavy hitter. You know, rules Scorpio, rules the underworld. And that when he goes retrograde, we have to figure out old patterns, right? And this is your solar return. So, you know, you don't let anything hold you back from sharing of yourself, you guys. Really, truly, because there's something beautiful on the other side. There's this message coming through for me that the end of the month, you are supposed to feel beautiful and shining. You know, by the time the sun goes into Gemini, you are supposed to feel, oh man, I said sun goes in Gemini, two more swords cards came out. You are supposed to feel like you are going to new horizons. And I actually got this for Leos as well, this moving here. Okay, there's something, and this epiphany is coming through, and there is a movement away from an old shore. This is one of my favorite cards because it's about moving forward. It's about making changes. It's about pushing yourself into the next phase. And there's just this crispness of messages coming through for me that you are ready. You are ready. If you have some kind of artwork or music or something that you have been hiding and you've been working on it, you have been working hard on something, writing. It might even be like a physical goal you have that you've been kind of shy to share that you're doing this with other people. You haven't really wanted to put it out there yet. This is it. This is your month to do so. And like I said, your higher self is calling to you. It is calling. It is going to be not whispering in your ear. It is going to be yelling loud and clear, which is great. Honestly, sometimes we need our inner voice, our higher selves, to just yell at us so that we don't miss the message coming through. You know, we don't want to miss that. What a bummer it would be if we always miss what our higher selves is trying to help us push. So pay attention to signs. Okay, pay attention to every little sign. Pay attention to who makes you feel good, who makes you feel that you are an empowering, beautiful person. Stay around those people. Do not cut anybody out. Here's one of the messages. I have so many swords here. Cut anybody out who makes you feel like this. Cut anybody out who makes you feel like this. Don't limit your contact with anybody who pulls this insecurity out of you. Just avoid it if you can. Because you are being asked to expand your horizons. You are being asked to be out there. You are being asked to share of yourself on a public stage. And I got 2 clarifiers actually came out of my Lenormand deck to finish out this reading. And we have the King of Chalices and we have the Ace of Pentacles. You know how I was saying that there might be some like new romance coming in here too? Here it is. Some of you might really need to clarify with somebody that you care about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And I think you will be surprised at the positive response you get back. Others of you are going to be leaving behind something, a relationship, a friendship, a situation that has been holding you back. You know, when I get both of these cards, it's about shedding an old skin. It is about going into new territory. It's not comfortable. This will not feel comfortable, Taurus. It won't. You will probably want to fight all the way. But if you can go with the stream, if you can go with the horse's gait instead of pushing against it, there is a promise on the other side. There really is. And for each of you, this is going to be something different. For each of you, this thing that you have, this hurdle that you need to push through is welcoming you into yourself. It is welcoming you into greener pastures. It is welcoming you into a deeper acceptance of who you are and what you are doing in this world. And that is part of that Pluto retrograde as well, is the fact that we are being asked, all of us are being asked what we're doing in this world. What are we doing in this world? You are meant to be sharing something, Taurus. Sharing of yourself. Sharing of your love. And this is your solar return. This is your chance to be reborn. And I think you are going to feel it. Just don't fight it. You know how I was making jokes about how last month was the month of the elastic mind? I think for a lot of you Tauruses out there, May is going to continue that theme of that expansive mindset where what seems like it is completely non-rational, completely against common sense, is exactly where you need to go. The more afraid you are of something too, here's another big thing coming up here. The more afraid you are of something, the more it pulls this out of you, the more you should just go towards it and communicate. You don't need all these swords. You just need one clear communication of what you really want. The other thing to remember, keep your eye on the prize. What is it that makes your heart light up and go on fire? What is it that makes you feel like this empress? And stick to it through the fear, because you are meant to be doing it. And a lot of you are going to be connecting with your highest calling. Some of you, I think, haven't known what job you want to do or what you want to spend the next chapter of your life working on. You've been kind of questioning it and feeling very lost and feeling like the answer's never going to come. This month is that month where you are going to get your calling. You are going to get that seed of knowledge that allows you to see and cut through and say, yes, this is what I am doing. This is where I'm going. I want this. I'm going to take it for myself. So, Taurus, I'm so excited for you. I think your birthday month is going to be magical, and I think it's going to be fun, but it is going to feel a little uncomfortable. Breathe through it. There is a promise by the end of this month. Like I said, once that sun goes into Gemini, you're going to be in a new place in your head, a completely new perspective. And You are going to have a vision for your future that's going to be set for you so that you can start doing and accomplishing. And that is so exciting, you guys. I love you, Taurus. You guys are, like I said, some of the more feeling people in the world. You make me happy, and I love you. I'm going to leave my website, my email below. Please get in touch with me. I'd love to work with you and to do a private reading or answer questions if you have something that comes up. I will talk to you in June, and just have a beautiful birthday, you guys, and have fun with this crazy transformation. How exciting is it? Oh, so good. Love you guys. Mwah.